The Deshaun Watson saga has finally come to a close, at least in terms of where we know he'll be going. How many games he'll play next season? Will he still face suspension for the ongoing civil litigation potentially? But we now know he's going to be a Cleveland Brown, which, as John stated, we didn't think that was going to be the case. This has been kind of a roller coaster because originally there were 4 teams involved. It was the Saints, it was the Falcons, it was the Panthers, and it was the Cleveland Browns. Then Deshaun Watson came out and said that he doesn't want to play for the Cleveland Browns. Immediately after that, Baker Mayfield says, I want to be traded. It's clear that the relationship between us just can't work anymore. I want to trade. 12 hours, 18 hours later, Deshaun Watson says, I want to go to the Browns. And of course, they're getting it done. Probably had a lot to do with this big money. Deshaun Watson traded to Cleveland Browns. QB set to sign deal worth $230 million guaranteed.
That is a lot of money. That's the most in NFL history.
Oh, yeah. It's huge. It's not like he was getting paid. It's not like he wasn't getting paid a ton before, but he just got an enormous pay raise. 5 years, $230 million. And, you can see that the Browns gave up, they gave up first-round picks in 2022, 23, and 24, as well as a couple third and fourth-round picks thrown in there. That's a lot to give up, but 3 first-round picks for Deshaun Watson. That's a lot to give up. For a player who you don't quite know what is, what he's going to be on the field for next year. But hey, these guys don't pop up on the trade market every so often. You got to go and get them, and they were willing to give up a lot in terms of money and in terms of picks. And man, it's crazy.
Yeah, you look at the Browns. They definitely, I believe, improved at quarterback if Deshaun Watson looks as good as the last time we saw him. Because Baker Mayfield, let's be honest, he has regressed. Baker Mayfield has definitely regressed year after year. And remember, at first also, by the way, the Browns, I believe, thought that they were out of it because, remember, Baker came out and said, trade me. They said, no, we're not going to do that. Then all of a sudden, the next day, Deshaun Watson falls out of heaven to them. And now they're going to be like, oh, yeah, we're getting rid of you.
Oh, yeah. And
so I don't even know where he's going.
And I saw a lot of people saying, why don't you move Baker? Like, why wasn't Baker in the trade? I'm surprised Baker wasn't in this trade. It's pretty simple to do a trade like this for picks. And then what the Browns are going to turn around and do is they're going to trade Baker Mayfield to somebody for picks. That's what they're going to do. And that's a lot easier to make work than Baker Mayfield and a contract and a salary for Deshaun Watson and a contract and all that stuff. This is simple, and it allows the Browns to recoup some picks that way. Because Baker will probably go for a first-round pick.
Oh, yeah.
I think somebody will send a first-round pick. The Colts, maybe. The Colts need a quarterback. I think that there's mutual interest between Baker Mayfield and the Colts at this point in time. So I wouldn't be surprised if he does end up there. I guess we'll see. But one thing that I thought was very interesting out of the entire Deshaun Watson thing was the reaction of the mainstream media. You started to see all of this stuff pop up. Cleveland Browns trade for Deshaun Watson underscores cold, hard reality. Deshaun Watson to Browns deal reveals ugly NFL truth. And of course, what all of this is talking about are those civil lawsuits. After not playing last season and still facing 22 civil lawsuits, it says a lot about the NFL's attitude towards quarterbacks that the Browns are giving Deshaun Watson a brand new contract before the extension he signed in September has even started. And of course, Mina Kimes follows that up. Yep. And it also says a lot about the NFL's attitude towards women. You had the entire woke brigade out there talking about this. And I'll say this. We've said it multiple times. I firmly believe that Deshaun Watson was getting a hold of, whether it's escorts or Craigslist chicks like that, hitting him up, getting him over there to give him a rub and tug. That's 100% what I believe to be true. I think the women probably knew that when they were going there. But with all that being said, it didn't even get taken to court or to criminal court. It got tossed out before he even got indicted. Do I think he'll probably end up doing something civilly or paying something civilly? Yeah. Do I think the NFL will probably still suspend him, even though there will be no criminal charges? Yes, because that's what the NFL does. With that being said, it's funny to see all these woke women in the sports media standing up and saying this. Yet, if it were something else, if you're talking about, I don't know, if you're talking about another person that was in the sports world woke zeitgeist like Jacob Blake or George Floyd, they're all about standing up for them for some reason. It's such a weird inconsistency.
That's amazing about the woke media. They will glorify a Jacob Blake, a man that had a knife in his hand, fighting with the police, and George Floyd, a man that held a gun to a pregnant woman's stomach. Uplift them, but slam the NFL for allowing Deshaun Watson to play. He's going to get suspended. Now, of course, for the woke sports media, it probably won't be enough, but hey, it's gonna be interesting, because Deshaun Watson, he's black. So it's going to be interesting to see what the woke sports media is going to say about this.
They've been pretty easy on him so far.
Yeah, they've been extremely easy. This man has gotten a pass like nobody we've seen.
They've been much easier on him than they have been on a guy like Trevor Bauer, who Trevor Bauer spoke out about this and got a lot of heat because he said, "Congrats to Deshaun Watson on the new contract. Can't wait to watch you play again. Happy to see the NFL and their franchises allowing you to continue your career after all the BS and lies you've been through recently. Onward and upward. The game is more fun with you in it." Obviously, Trevor Bauer has been a lot of heat because he was crucified over allegations. Allegations that they're still pending, and he's not allowed to play while these allegations are pending, basically. And it's crazy to see the double standards displayed in the woke sports media. And of course, if there weren't double standards, the woke sports media wouldn't have any standards at all. But regardless of all that, Deshaun Watson will be on the Cleveland Browns. How much will he play next year is yet to be seen, but it definitely continues to shake up the NFL with all these quarterbacks moving around.